Good afternoon, my friends. This is the Grimflayer. I hope you're all doing very well. We are finishing up our most recent competitive league right now, sitting at a very respectable record of 3-1, and of course aiming for the lofty heights of 4-1. That would be a wonderful, wonderful record on the heels of our 5-0. If we don't get there, we've still cashed the league, we've still finished positive, so either way I'm happy with how the deck has played and how the results have been so far in this league. We won a BGX mirror in our last match. You can find that as, of course, my previous video on this channel. We got Junned 2-0, and it was quite the spectacular finish, I must say. So if you have not yet seen that, you may wish to do so. Definitely was just one of those moments that that you remember for a while. It's the moments that keep you coming back, right? So yeah, looking out for our opponent, and we have found the opponent. Join the match. Let's do it. Let's get the 4-1, guys. Okay, we've lost the die roll. We've got a fine keep. It's slow. It needs another land at least, but looks really good, actually. Looks very high potential here. Opponent's keeping 7 as well. Eldrazi Temple and Pass. Okay. Okay, dude. Yeah, another discard spell could be okay. We're gonna obviously Inquisition here. Matter is Shaper is our only legal take. And let's look at what else they have. They have a second land, but not a third one. It's a Cavern of Souls. They've got three Thought-Knot Seers and an Elder Deep Fiend, and they found something that they could play here. So this is some kind of unusual Eldrazi brew, probably some kind of an emerge deck. So let's look. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. It's a 2/1 flyer that makes a mana dork, basically, a 1/1 that can be cashed in for ramp. So that can cast the Thought-Knot Seer next turn. They've also got an Elder Deep Fiend, which is an Emerge creature. Emerge 7. When you cast it, tap up to 4 target permanents. So they can sacrifice the Sky Spawner and pay another 4 mana, which they have on the field if they sack the Scion, and get the Deep Fiend going. So definitely not ideal for us. I think we definitely just go for the double Thoughtseize turn. It's going to be painful because I think we should shock as well. But that's got to be the play. It's got to be the play, in my opinion. And I think the Deep Fiend is we have to take one of the Deep Fiends at least. It's a little too big for us to handle. Even if once we stick this Tarmogoyf, if we do, it might get taken away. Alright. They had a very stacked hand. The fact that they found something that can make some mana is quite good for them. And here comes a Thought-Knot. So we are probably going to lose our Goyf here. Of course, kill spells are what we want to draw now, but we won't have Revolt for Fatal Push, and Abrupt Decay, of course, won't hit the Thought-Knot either, so looking for a very specific kill spell. Inquisition of Kozilek, not a good draw. Not a good draw here, so we've got to play the Bob and pray. Looks like we might be getting run over, though, this game. Now, yeah, I'll take the chump block here. we're just likely to die to our own triggers. There's some concerns, of course, for keeping the Bob around. Oof. Okay. Not the best, but we'll play her. We'll play the Forest, and now we will not take the chump block because this can trade with a Thought Knot next turn and give us just a bit of hope. Unless they have a Dismember here, which it looks like they might. Yeah, okay, we're pretty dead. We're pretty dead. These Eldrazi decks are tough for us. Especially when they have a triple Thought Knot to your hand. That's not good. Okay, down to 2. Oh boy. Another Thought Knot taking away our Inquisition, so I don't know what our outs are. Even Maelstrom Pulse leaves us cold to the Sky Spawner. But I guess Maelstrom Pulse into Fetch Land into Fatal Push? There's a trophy. Alright, so we're going to trophy away a Thought Knot, see what we draw. Okay, draw. Abrupt Decay. Well, we almost got there. It's just too many aliens. Too many aliens. We can kill that Sky Spawner. We're dead to the Thought Knots here. Alright. We got run over pretty badly by a very, very threat-dense Eldrazi Emerge progression. They were on the play. All of that's pretty bad. All of those things line up pretty badly for us. So, what do we want here? That's a good question. It looks like they have a nice high curve. Engineered Explosives isn't going to do much. Kitchen Finks also will potentially not trade that well, but I think we still want it to gum up the ground. No to these cards, yes to Maelstrom Pulse. We'll put the Fulminators over here in a maybe category. They could be good. Nissa, honestly, probably the same. No to Deathmark. No to Surgical. I guess no to Collective Brutality. And Languish is a maybe as well because it's going to kill Thought Knots. It's going to kill Sky Spawners, Mana Dorks, Matter Reshapers, but it will miss the Reality Smashers that are probably in their deck. And it will miss the Emerge creatures. We've seen Elder Deep Fiend. There might be others. I don't know. Really don't know what to expect out of here. So, oh boy, what don't we want? Well, we can cut the Nile Spellbomb. We can cut at least one Lily the Last Hope. Maybe the other one isn't great either. I think Collective Brutality can go. Fatal Pushes and Inquisitions, we may be interested in trimming some number of this Abrupt Decay, just the lower curve stuff. I think we want everything else, basically. I think we want everything else that's already here, so we can consider trimming away from these 9 slots. We've got 2 for sure to bring in. Nissa, Languish, Fulminator, man. I don't know about Languish. Why don't we say these 4 for sure? Try to make a few cuts from this and take it from there. So I could see trimming a couple Inquisitions away. And Liliana the Last Hope, I guess leveraging 1 is okay. They've got kill spells to some degree. You know, shrinking their stuff's okay because they play relatively few threats. It can kill a Mana Dork, so I'll keep a Lilian on the play. I guess we're going to leave all our Fatal Pushes. Cut this Abrupt Decay. See if we see anything that we need that Decay for in Game 2. And then if there's a Game 3, we can consider bringing it back. Yeah, as you can tell, this is a deck that I don't exactly know what to expect out of their 75, but alright, this hand's a keep. Fulminator could be good. Dark Confidant on turn 2. The lands are clunky, but it is a keep. And the lands are good. Specifically, Hissing Quagmire lines up nicely against Eldrazi decks. Cavern into Relic, okay. Bob time. Let's hope our Bobby can stick around. Ooh, Eldrazi Temple. If they don't have a play here, we really want to draw an untapped land to wasteland that Eldrazi Temple. Stone Rain it, rather. Looks like a Mattery Shaper coming our way. Yep. It's a very good one. Very good card against us. Bob finds us Kalitas. Yikes. Major yikes. But Field of Ruin is a good draw. Yeah, it's just Field into Fulminator here. Pretty clearly, in my opinion. And we're not going to attack. We're going to try to stabilize behind a Kalitas. You know, where we'll take a hit from our Shaper. We'll get back in with Bob. Keep pulling ahead on cards with Bobby. Okay, they cashed in their Relic. They still didn't find anything. That's very bad for them. So we could go Tracker into land, or we could just play Kalitas. I think we just play the Kalitas because this thing has a death trigger, and if we can avoid that, that would be amazing. We already have enough card advantage, right? That normally Tracker is very appealing whenever you can go Tracker into land, especially holding up push like we would have there. But I think circumstances are different in this particular situation. They've got a Ratchet Bomb, okay. That's very slow. Okay. So. Interesting. So we cannot play Tracker into land and kill the Reshaper, and I think we should kill the Reshaper. I think we really should kill the Reshaper. So, what if we field their Cavern to get Revolt and just push it? We fix our mana a little bit this way too. Alright, that was nice. That was a very nice turn. Another Relic, not accomplishing very much for them at the moment. They're just digging with it. And they tick up the Ratchet Bomb. But if they have not found another land, I was going to say they might just scoop, and they're going to scoop, so wow, Fulminator Mage just taking them right out of the game. They're obviously confident in Kalitas and our utility land removal. It was all good, but that Fulminator on Eldrazi Temple, that's what did them in. So we are in it to win it, guys. We're in it. Still live for the 4-1 going into Game 3, and what do we want to change on the play now that we've seen more out of their deck? We've seen Ratchet Bombs and Relics. Those are probably both sideboard cards. We don't know much else. Does any of that make us want Engineered Explosives? I still don't really think so, but that's worth revisiting the idea of. Perhaps the idea of Abrupt Decay as well. And perhaps the idea of Inquisition, because we're on the draw. So those are some cards I will consider. Anything we don't like as much now that we're on the draw for Game 3. I mean, obviously a lot of our stuff gets worse here on the draw. Maybe Nissa. Maybe we don't need Nissa. Maybe we just need to try to survive. We have enough good bombs, good threats. The game can get grindy, she'd be really good, but I think we can afford to shave a Nissa. And would we rather have an Inquisition or a Decay? I don't think we're going to do the EE. I'll bring back Decay. You know, that Eldrazi Sky Spawner is an annoyance, something we can't block. Decay can take care of Ratchet Bomb. Decay can take care of Relic if it's the right window for it. Sure, we'll bring back the Decay. I don't want to get too heavy on the discard effects either, because this is kind of a mid-range mirror. We don't want that many, but I think we're supposed to keep our Thoughtseizes in there. Top end is just too powerful for us to beat after it hits the field a lot of the time. All right, guys, this is for the 4-1. This game will decide it. Let's see a good hand here, for us, not for the opponent. just to be clear. All right. Opponents deep in the tank, or maybe they got up and took a break. And we have a no-land 7, so obviously we're going to be mulling. Not where we want to be. And boy, oh boy, is this hand powerful. It's got everything we want. Obviously, with a 7-card hand, you're likelier to see some stuff, but this has got it all. It's got some early discard, even though we shaved some discard. We still got a couple chilling in hand. Tarmogoyfs, Fulminator Mages, good removal spells. Yeah. This has got it all, and we are going to throw it straight back, because there's no chance we keep it. Opponent is still thinking. Still thinking. I was just about to say maybe we'll cut the video here, but opponent's back. They're going to keep 7. That's bad for us. We have to mull. This hand is definitely worse. It's very slow, but there's no way we mull it. It functions, and it's got some good power. We're going to keep it, and we do want that on top. That's actually a good turn 1 play. That Treetop Village. Opponents all of a sudden, excuse me, taking their time with a lot of these decisions here. So yeah, maybe I'll just try to look up this Eldrazi list while we're waiting, just to fill the time, fill the dead air, give you guys and myself indeed some insight into what we're playing against. So Modern Eldrazi Emerge 2019. Let's see if anything comes up. Okay, there's a Reddit post from not even quite 2 weeks ago. First place in 200-player tournament in Illinois with Dimir Eldrazi Emerge. They have run this deck to some great success. They've got 4 Deep Fiend, 4 Sky Spawner, 4 Eternal Scourge, 4 Reshaper, 4 Smasher, 4 Thought Knot, and a couple cards I don't recognize necessarily. Wretched Gryff and Abundant Maw. Those I assume are more Emerge threats. Those are 2-ofs. A couple Chalice of the Void, 4 Serum Powder. So this has the Serum Powder Eternal Scourge package that is a core component of that colorless Eldrazi Stompy deck that we've seen before. 3 Dismember main deck, and their land base is 4 Cavern, 4 Eldrazi Temple, 3 Gemstone Cavern. That's a lot, but totally colorless deck can leverage it. This is not totally colorless, but 2 Sanctum of Ugin, 1 Snow-Covered Island, 4 Unclaimed Territory, 4 Underground River, 1 Wastes. Okay. Ooh, that takes me back to game 1. I was just counting the amount of mana they needed for the Deep Fiend Emerge. I wonder if they had double blue. They did obviously have blue somehow to cast the Sky Spawner. And does the Eldrazi Scion make any color of mana? If so, oh no, that makes colorless. Yeah, maybe they didn't have double blue. Maybe I was supposed to take a Thought Knot. But that doesn't matter, because their second Thought Knot they cast was just... didn't really do anything anyway. We were just dead by that point, so doesn't matter, but something to consider, something to learn for next time. Now, the opponent, I don't know if they disconnected. Sorry, guys, for this. I guess, let's mark this down. We're at 16:10. I'll go ahead and cut the video here, maybe. So I'm gonna keep talking in case we don't cut the video, but if we do cut the video, it'll start here. Alright, as soon as I think about or say out loud that we're going to cut the video, our opponent starts playing. So that's the magic formula. Okay, they go turn 1 Relic. Yep. Once again, we don't have all that much that cares about the Relic. The Liliana does, but... Dude, come on, pass through your upkeep stop if you're taking all this time. Don't you know we're trying to record some high-quality entertainment for the masses? Mr. Gondo. Mr. Gondo's trying to play some mind games, throw us off. Not gonna work. I'm still gonna play my turn 1 Treetop Village just the same as if you had taken your turn in less than 4 minutes. Oh man, this is absurd. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to cut this video up. Look, I literally say the word cut. I say the phrase cut the video and he plays. Pretty amazing stuff. Treetop Village, pass to you. Underground River. Okay, this does look like that Dimir list we just looked up. There's a Ratchet Bomb. So let's look at their sideboard. Chalice of the Void, number 3 in the side. 3 Distended Mindbender. I think that's a discard Emerge Eldrazi. A Drowner of Hope. 3 Leyline. A Revoker. 3 Ratchet Bomb. A Sanctum of Ugin. A Spellskite. And a Spatial Contortion. Okay. So they've got probably... Yeah, we're going to play the Bob here. I don't need to speculate too much on the exact changes they might have made. I think we just kind of have to unleash the Bob there. Might be worth considering a Decay on the Ratchet Bomb. We'll see what they do here. Nope, they've got the Dismember. Sure. Are they stuck on 2 land? They are stuck on 2 land. Alright. So, I guess we are just going to play the Liliana out and tick her up. And then we'll probably decay the Ratchet Bomb next turn. If this was a Liliana of the Veil, I would be much happier, to be honest, but... Alright, so they've got the graveyard controlled. They think they've got the board controlled with this Ratchet Bomb, but they might actually not. Another Ratchet Bomb, okay. There goes our land, and yeah, we're just going to try to get a lot of value out of this Lily, I think. We're going to... Ooh, Tracker. Yeah, as good as that would be right now, we definitely have to just... we definitely have to just... take care of these Ratchet Bombs, and now we actually get the chance to Maelstrom Pulse them. So, if we... Here's the problem. If they're heads up, if they've got a heads up play and they sack in response, then our Pulse will whiff. But what if they're what if they're kind of just F6'd? I think I'm gonna go for that high upside line. Maybe they're just F6'd with the way they've been sequencing and taking a long time between turns and stuff. Oh, of course, the Ratchet Bomb destroys itself anyway. Right. Okay, either way, that worked out for us. We got the 2-for-1. And our last hope continues to tick up. Beautiful. So what we want to fade here is probably an Eldrazi Temple, because that would probably unleash what's in their hand. But we faded it, and we get to go Tracker. Full value plan, full steam ahead. Make a couple clues. Feels good, man. Feels good. The way they paused there makes me think they have a removal spell. So I'm actually just going to pass. I'm going to take our Lily up and then pass. They sure do. Very happy we were patient with our fetch land there, my friends. Now we get a free clue out of that. Feels good. There's an Eldrazi Temple. Now all bets are off. They can smash us, they can Thought Knot us, but it is the Smasher. Unfortunate. It's gonna come at the Lily. Yep. Okay, cracking a clue, hoping for a way out. Yes, Lily of the Veil. What a draw! What a draw! What a draw! What a beautiful draw that was. And we get to just keep playing out our very powerful manlands that are very, very useful in this matchup. We've got double Quagmire, Hold Up Decay, or a Clue. 7 or greater is the CMC threshold for the Sanctum of Ugin. Alright, they've got another something or other. Matter Reshaper, right? Okay. I think we're going to hit this one with the Abrupt Decay, to be honest. We might not have too many better targets for it anyway. We're going to be mana efficient, which we really want to be. They found a Thought Knot. Alright. So here we just get to empty our hand, asymmetrically take the Liliana up. And... yeah, let's crack a clue. We'll crack a clue. Tarmogoyf rewarded for the cracking clue. That was a little bit of a high risk play, to be honest. It lines up badly against their Thought Knot if it's something that gets stuck in hand. But looking good for us, my friends. We've got so much value on the board, it's insane. And that's not even counting our manlands, which, as I've said, are wonderful against this Eldrazi deck, especially Hissing Quagmire. Alright, we want to fade another Smasher. There's a Reshaper. Okay, I mean, they're getting the good value plays. They're getting the 2-for-1s, but... Fatal Push. Fatal Push, Fatal Push. Okay, we're going to shrink that thing. So if we fire up the Treetop Village, we can hold back the Quagmire. I like that. Let's attack with everything. Alright, no blocks. I guess we have to lose our Fatal Push here, tick the Lily up. Feels bad, but I mean, trading a Fatal Push for a Thought-Knot Seer is always good in this matchup, even though in this particular situation it's not as good as it sounds, but that's basically what just happened there. And they're at 3, so I mean, we've got them dead a million different ways. I don't see a way out for them, but it's still an Eldrazi deck. They might have some crazy emerge thing I've never seen before, so who knows? Who knows, but we've got all the value on the board that we could ever ask for. Okay, seeing if our opponent was saying anything in the chat, but they're not. Okay, they're going to attack our Lily of the Veil. I think we just let this through. We don't want to give them the death trigger off Reshaper. I think that's what they're angling for here. We can still Edict. Yeah, we can still just gobble up a bunch of stuff with the Use. They have a... I was going to say, do they have a Dismember? And maybe they do, but they'll go to 1, because they can make a black mana. No, they can't. They take the damage from Underground River. I think they have another Dismember in hand. Pretty dead card at this point in the game, I must say. Oh, here's a Deep Fiend flashed in to tap down everything. And a Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, you know, they've got some... Like I said, maybe they have some crazy emerge something or other, and this appears to be it. So they're going to get to tap down some things. It's going to be... Yeah, the Ooze, right, okay. So let's add green in response and eat the Reshaper, I guess. And then that stuff's all basically just fine with me, I guess. So they've got another Elder Deep Fiend. We drew a Fulminator Mage, okay. So we just Edict here, right? Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. They put together a spicy little stand at the end there, but we got there with the good old-fashioned Liliana of the Veil, edicting away a Reality Smasher, doing some work ticking up, and then edicting away an even bigger Eldrazi, the Elder Deep Fiend. Not one you see every day in Modern, but certainly a very powerful card if you've got the right shell for it. So that was a scary game 1. We got run right over. Game 2, we broke their backs with a Fulminator Mage on their Eldrazi Temple, and then you know, they kind of stalled out on lands while we did BGX things. We had a little bit of everything. We had good interaction, good removal of clock, recursive value. And then here in Game 3, well, we had to mulligan to 6. We were a little bit slow out of the gates, but so were they. They had these relics, these ratchet bombs, things that just, you know, they didn't have the early pressure that they had Game 1. We were able to get the 2-for-1 on the ratchet bombs. We were able to really leverage our Liliana the Last Hope pretty well, even though, like I said, at the time, she would have been better as Veil. She was still good here. She was still very, very good here. Definitely something that kind of swung momentum in our favor. But then, you know, all these manlands, all this value, Tireless Tracker, some removal, Liliana the Veil indeed being just as good as predicted, showing up at just the right time. Awesome. Awesome stuff, guys. So we take down Dimir Eldrazi. Dimir Emerge Eldrazi, no less. And we get the 4-1. Ever since we started playing competitive leagues, we've on this channel live, we've gone 5-0, then 4-1. And prior to that, an 80% win rate over the course of 5 friendly leagues, my 5 most recent friendly leagues before I started doing comp. Guys, I'm telling you, this deck is the truth. It is so underrated, it's not even funny. I'm not going to go on another rant here. I'm not going to go on another rant about how people say midrange sucks, BGX is not good anymore, blah, blah, blah. They're wrong. Like, they're empirically wrong. Look at our results. I think I'm playing well, but I also don't think I'm the best player around or anything like that. All of these people in competitive leagues are very solid, respectable, strong, talented players. We're not against scrubs here, guys. We're not against newbies. We are against the cream of the crop, just about, you know, are very close to it. And, you know, consistently putting up the awesome results. Now, granted, there's variance involved. You know, maybe we had some decent luck over the course of this league. But remember, our one loss, we had ridiculously bad luck. We must have bricked for 7 turns straight, or 7 draws straight at least, because we were cracking clues. In that Is It Phoenix matchup, and you know, we definitely, it's not like we're just nut drawing, we're just kind of doing normal stuff as far as I can tell, kind of curving out and playing our cards. So anyway, Golgari Midrange, guys, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. If you don't like seeing a deck like this do well in Modern, you probably just don't like Magic in general, because what's better than fair interactive Magic, turning Tarmogoyf sideways, casting Thoughtseizes, Lilianas of the Veil, going off with Tracker, going off with Skoos. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful thing. So, there's no need to pop in on our deck list. There's no need to review that. The deck list is great. I've got the beginning of next month coming up. We're going to do an updated deck tech, but once again, we probably aren't going to change that much. Although, you know, I do have a thing or two in mind that there probably will be a change or two, right? But we're not going to reinvent the wheel here. There's just no incentive to. We're doing it consistently, getting the big results. So, couldn't quite replicate the 5-0, but we came just about as close as you can get to doing so without actually getting there. So, awesome. Feels great. Feels great. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this matchup. I hope you enjoyed this league as a whole, and I hope you're enjoying the channel as a whole. We're going to keep doing all of the forms of content that you've come to love. We've got deck tech updates and perhaps some Q&A weaved into that coming up. We've got other ideas for less conventional content, like some of the deck list reviews I've done recently, other things like that. And of course, we're going to keep jamming the competitive leagues, because look at it. Look at it. We're cleaning up. We're cleaning house. And we're also going to revisit the tournament practice lobby from time to time. But, you know, I think I love the tournament practice lobby as a change of pace for this channel. And it's very relaxing for me to play it. The competitive leagues, they are getting less stressful for me. There is a little bit of stress involved at the start. Not that bad, and even less as time goes on. So that's totally fine. But there is something nice to be said about just straight chilling and playing in the tournament practice lobby. But I don't think we need to do that too much more on the channel with anything like a stock list. So if I'm going to jump back into the practice lobby, it's going to be to do something off the wall. I had a commenter earlier today mention his green-black Dark Seasons brew. I've seen Jim Davis play a similar list. We've got Dark, Petition, and Seasons Past in kind of a go big green-black shell with some other really spicy things. So maybe I'll play some lists like that every now and then in the tournament practice lobby, but for now, we're just focusing on the other forms of content that I just mentioned, especially the comp leagues. So, good game there, well played to the opponent. Definitely a cool deck to see, definitely one that had me on the ropes. But we got him. We got him. So, as always, everybody, and especially to the patrons, thank you so much. I hope this is both entertaining and edifying for you. I hope you're learning a lot about the deck. I hope you're learning something about the modern format, and I hope your results improve. Guys, always let me know. If you're having good results, I want to hear about it. I truly do want to hear about it. If you are, I want to know, I want to share in your successes. And if you're not having good results, well, maybe I can lend you a hand. Patreon.com/DrimFlayerMTG if you'd like to support the channel financially, and specifically if you'd like to avail yourself of my coaching services. It is the highest tier. It is a decent chunk of change per month. It's $20 per month. But if you think that's something that you could benefit from and that you might be interested in, that's how you do it. Otherwise, if you just want access to my scouting reports, it's only $1 a month. It's only $1 a month. You get to read our scouting report. Comes out every month. Looks like we're going to do one on Grixis Shadow next month, because that's what our unanimous votes have said to me, and I, as always, am at the service of my voters and the service of my patrons. So thanks again to all the patrons and everybody else watching this channel. We're having fun, we're getting the good results, and we're going to keep going. My work has been crazy lately, but it's going to go kind of back to normal next week, so I'll have even more time for the channel. You know that I always manage to make time for you guys. I always manage to squeeze it in, and I will keep doing so. That is my promise. So anyway, let's leave it there. Awesome 4-1, very exciting, very good times, and let me know, as always, what you thought about the lines in this game, whether my sideboarding was correct. That's a big one. This is the first time I've ever played against this deck, so I could have maybe stood to make a couple different moves. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon.